Hello there, welcome back to the Chap's Guide. My name is Ash and I'm your host on this journey through men's style, self-development and personal grooming. Today is one of my quick-fire Q&A sessions. These are just a smattering of responses to comments and questions that have been fired into me by viewers and subscribers. This is so we can make a connection and I can answer your questions with a video response rather than just typing something into the comments. And today's question comes from Eric Ride, and it is quite simply, so dear Ash, you have a few shoe care videos and a lot of emphasis is put upon the mirror shine of the toe cap. Indeed, there are a lot of videos on YouTube on this very subject, but what type of shoes do you mirror shine in its entirety and for what occasion? And when are mirror shines not a sartorial option? Okay, good question. And it's true. I mean, I often consider the mirror shine to be the highest tier of preparedness when it comes to my footwear. But there's a good reason for that, because my shoe is, I often use this expression, it's the mirror into the soul of the person that you're talking to or meeting for the first time. Because more often than not, when we meet a new person, our brain will form a decision about that person. We will weigh up all of the factors which are visually apparent, and we will make a determination about that person within a second. I think it's actually a fraction of a second, but we will look them up, the height, the weight, the characteristics, and most importantly, the thing which is most visually obvious to us, the way that they're dressed. You look them up and down, and often you look from the ground up, and the first thing you see are the shoes, the footwear. So why I choose to mirror shine my shoes is because I know when I meet people, they are doing exactly what I do. They are weighing up the person they're meeting for the first time. Be that in a business meeting, a job interview, whatever it may be, they're looking at those shoes and they're using those shoes in a part to make a determination about me as I make that thought about other people. And, you know, as I say, it's a mirror into the soul, because if you can see that somebody's got a good pair of shoes on for a start, it means they have put a lot of value into their footwear. They've bought a good pair of shoes, and then it's the maintenance of those shoes. If they are clean, that's one thing. If they're shiny, it's another thing. But the top of that pyramid, the mirror shine, because we know a mirror shine takes time, knowledge, a bit of skill and a bit of elbow grease. And if somebody has gone to the effort of putting a mirror shine on their shoes, for me that is a sign of respect. If they knew they were coming to meet me and they're wearing a mirror shine on their footwear, they are showing me the ultimate form of respect. And I deeply appreciate it, and it certainly helps me formulate that opinion about that person at that point. So that's the primary reason why I put a lot of emphasis on getting a good mirror shine on my footwear. Of course, there's an element of personal satisfaction, because I like to maintain my clothing in the highest possible standard, and a mirror shine is the highest possible standard for my footwear. So it's showing I make the effort. I'm here to be the best dressed man in that room. If all the other 10 men in the room that I'm standing in have got good shiny shoes, they got nice suits, everything is tickety-boo, what's the only thing that I've made the effort on? I've got the mirror shine. I'm at the top of that pyramid that day. I am the best dressed man in the room because I've got a mirror shine, and those other guys lack the knowledge, they lack the wherewithal, or they couldn't be bothered. So that for me is why I think it's important to mirror shine one's shoes. Your question though is, what type of shoes do you mirror shine in their entirety? I would suggest very, very few. Now when it comes to a mirror shine, what we are of course doing is building up a shell of polish over the top of the leather of the shoe, and we're bringing it to that fine shine. And the problem is, if we do that, and it's something like a pebble grain leather, it's not going to look right. It's not going to be the appearance that we seek. So it's really important for us to start off with a sheer leather shoe. And when it comes to the type of shoe, I mean, most people will mirror shine a a cap toe shoe, because it gives us that nice area at the front to get that shine on, bring it up to that, you know, sparkling glaçage. However, if you were to shine beyond the toe cap, what you're doing is then shining over the vamp of the shoe, and this is an area of the shoe which is going to flex. Now, we can't really get a mirror shine on any element of the shoe where there's going to be flexing, because that will cause that shell to break. Remember, polish, it's just built up layers of wax, and if we were to polish the shoe in its entirety and then the shoe flexes when we walk, the polish is just going to crack, flake off and fall away, and it's going to make the shoe look really bad. We then need to take that polish away and start all over again. So we only polish shoes which have got a sheer leather surface, and we polish the parts of the shoe which do not flex. The toe cap and the heel cap, generally speaking. I personally don't even polish the heel cap, because I often ask myself the question, what's the point? Nobody's going to see it. I do the toe cap, and that's my limitation. Now, you might think, well, I see people wearing shoes which are exceptionally shiny all over when they're in evening attire. That's patent leather, all right? Patent leather is not a standard leather which has been built up with layer and layer after polish. Patent leather is a special type of leather which has a finish. It's not really leather at all, in effect. It can be a leather under layer, but the upper layer will be plastic or some other man-made material which gives you that gloss look to it. It's not been built up by using layers of polish, and all you need to do with those shoes is just wipe them over with a damp cloth generally, and that's your patent leather dealt with. I do own a couple of pairs of patent leather shoes and boots, but to be honest, I find myself wearing them infrequently because I don't like that artificial shine which comes from the patent gloss on that leathery shoe. It's not really the shine which has been eked out by human endeavour, and that's the important thing with the mirror shine on your shoes. A human being sat down for a period of time and put effort and skill into it, and that's why it's important. So there we go. I hope that's answered your question, Eric, about why it's important to mirror shine our shoes and how we mirror shine them, and the type of shoes you've talked about, patent leather. It's not really a mirror shine. It's an illusion to make it appear as if they're mirror shined. If you have enjoyed the video, you can give it a thumbs up. You can click the red button if you'd like to see more like this. You can support the channel by buying me a coffee, and you will find the link to the Buy Me a Coffee page in the show notes below. Until the next time, wear your shoes with a fine shine, because you know it's going to make an impression upon the people that you meet. Until then, take care of yourselves, and I will see you again very soon.